Hey guys, how are you? This is a bit of a how-to, how to look after your leather. The leather doesn't need much, but look, that's just something that I do. I like to look after leather. Leather is like skin, so look, it's like moisturizing your hands. It's going to be as good as you look after it, basically, and why not get to it while it's in good condition? Show you the leather. I'll go over the car so you know what it looks like. You're not going to see much of a change in it because a good leather cream basically only really is like a hand cream. It should leave most leather still in a matte finish. You tend to find maybe some of the cheaper products do have almost like a bit of a gloss in them, and they leave them kind of oily. I personally don't like that. I'd rather the leather come up to its normal supple sort of matte form, and the product that I'll be using, I will show you, you will see that probably now, is the Autoglim leather balm. That's not, a paid thing. It's not me promoting it. It's just what I like to use. Again, I'll show you over the leather. It's just going to look after it. That's the main thing. Keep it supple. Generally there is a two-step thing to leather as well. You'll find that cars that may be dirty, if you've got a car that's a little bit older and you're finding that there is blemishes and stains on it, you should probably use like a pre-cleaner, like a leather pre-cleaner. I wouldn't recommend this on a car that's probably new or has no sort of stains or anything like that, because the leather cleaners aren't harsh, but they are made to remove. So basically I wouldn't do it if you don't have to. I would probably just skip that process if you've got something that doesn't need any real cleaning. So I'll show you over the interior. Flip this guy around, flip my screen so I know what I'm showing you. So basically there's nothing stand out about this that I would find that we have to do. No real cleaning. I will do the steering wheel. This is included in this. The seats themselves, there's no marks, there's no scratches or anything like that you have to clean up. I won't take you through the whole boredom process of it. I'll just speed this up. I'll probably only do the seats on this, maybe a few other bits and pieces so you get the idea. And I'll show you the process of it, which I won't speed up, so you get the idea of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And then I'll flick through the rest of it so you can quickly see me do it all. Okay, so we're back. So hopefully just changed the mounts up a little bit so you can kind of see me and the chair behind us, so you know what we're doing. I am using, you can see that one because of the sun. It is an Autoglim product, no promotional value here at all. It's just what I use. Like I said, you can use any leather cleaning or basically leather cream balm that you want to use on your vehicle, provided what I would recommend doing a small section. That's always the best thing to do. Just because you don't know how it's going to react to your leather, you don't know it's going to pull colors from it, all these safety things that I would probably check in maybe just under the seat somewhere you're not going to see, the back of the seat, down in the corner, just so you know how the cleaner or the balm is going to affect the seat, and then when you're happy with that, basically go ahead and do that. So the process that I do use one of these guys, just a generic sort of applicator. It is better obviously because you've got to get minimal control, you've got your hand in it, so you can obviously just sort of go around on the seat and get all that stuff in there, and it does hold a little bit of product too, being a sponge in the middle. So obviously this is a two-part sort of process. It's very simple. So once you got the leather cream on there with the applicator, you then basically moisturize it until it almost disappears. You will find with most creams there will be a bit of a sort of matte finish or a bit of leftover residue after it sort of dries or doesn't go into the leather. I tend to do one seat, I'll leave it once I've done it, and I'll move to the other one. And the second part of that is just like one of your microfiber terry towels, if you want to call it, cloth. Something microfiber because it's a little bit softer, I find. Try not to get the cheapest one you can do because this is obviously on the leather, you don't want to end up scratching it. So I'll use that one to buff the rest of it off. One important thing I will stress as well, this leather balm may be good for leather, but I don't recommend to sort of get it all over your skin. So I will say, look, use just one of your disposable gloves, because this stuff, I mean, if you read on the back of it, it can be pretty harsh, and look, it's actually a little bit fumey when you're using it. So outside's good, doors open, you can read all that on the label. Start with the applicator. Look, most of it's going to applicator, but look, you do tend to touch a lot of the products, so that's why we use the glove. Give the bottle a shake. This isn't a new bottle, so we're sort of getting about halfway down, quarter way down. Maybe about a 5-cent piece worth, if you can see that. I do apologize for the light, but you should be able to see it there. It's about 5-cent size, or whatever currency you're using. It's not big, about the size of maybe my thumbnail, a little bit bigger now, it's spreading out. That's how much I end up starting with. Look, you can apply liberally. It is good for the seat. Like I said, the excess you're going to buff off anyway. You can start wherever you want. I don't have a particular spot where I start. So look, let's go where you can see it. So don't tend to worry about the stitching too much, because a lot of this stuff doesn't really stain. It's just a neutral sort of cream straight away. So you can go over your stitching. Like I said, you will be testing that small area, so you don't have to worry about it too much. So again, that's how much sort of that little dot gets you. It does run out. When the applicator does get obviously a little bit more saturated, you won't have to apply so much product. But straight away you can kind of see, I mean, obviously I haven't buffed this off, you can kind of see that it has darkened the leather up, obviously because the product has been applied. That's the main thing you'll be able to tell straight away. Like I said, pretty liberal. Don't be worried about sort of putting it on there. If you get some stuck in the crease and crevice, just work the product to get rid of it. And like you can see, I'm just going over all the stitch there. It's not going to do anything to it. It's not a coloured cream, so don't be too worried. Mainly try and get most of your bulk on the leather, so when you do get to the stitch, it's not sort of getting caught in there, but you do want to work it around all areas of the leather. Stitching, you know, don't miss a spot, because look, it's protecting it. So what you tend to find is if you miss the stitching or the creases, they're going to dry out too, and they might be more prone to actually cracking in between the actual stitching, because that's where all the pressure is applied when they create the seat. So I might speed some of this up so you get the idea now. If I did miss something, I do apologize, but you can see what I'm doing. I might try and avoid this, you can't see it, but I'll try and move you up. I might try and avoid the actual embroidery of the Ferrari more on this, because it is more of a prominent logo. Let's just work around it as best as we can. There's no point having to focus on it if you don't need to, but again, don't be too worried. It's not going to damage the cotton in any way. Okay, so as you can see, I've done the whole seat now. It should look a little bit different from when we started. It should look a little bit sheeny now. As you can see, there's a bit of reflection on there. It's not as matte as it used to be. So obviously we've done that one seat now. Like I said, sometimes I let this sort of soak in a little bit. Look, for video purposes, I will just go to the next process and show you that. Look, it's pretty straightforward. Microfiber towel. I like to keep it maybe in a square. Basically the excess is on there now, so simply just towel it off or buff it off or wipe it off, however you want to go about it. There is a part just here that's obviously I haven't got into the creases quite well. That is a little obviously discoloured, so just work over that as well. Gives you a good idea where you've gone. So work on the rest of the seat, buffing it off, no particular order. I'm not too rough with it, just give it a nice firm sort of push on the leather. So yeah, now what you should find realistically, it should all be matte again. There's no shine to it. It looks like the seat before. It's just obviously doing its job, softening up the leather and protecting it basically from the sun or of the dry. It's just like skin. You want to keep it soft. So without further ado, I'll do the rest of the car. You've obviously got the process on how to do the leather. I will obviously just give you a quick sort of run around once I've done it. It's obviously going to take a lot longer than that in these cars. Obviously, like anything, you've probably got a little bit of leather to do. Like, it's got these two front seats, it has got the dashboard. On this model, we're talking A-pillars, roof, full door trims, so there is a bit of work here. Basically, the only things I would say for tips, just try and avoid any sort of suede inserts and stuff like that. Try and get as close to them as you can without getting the product on there. Again, I haven't got it on there, so I don't know what's going to happen. It may nothing at all. Get a wet rag and wipe it off. But basically, just avoid things you're scared about, whether it be plastics, painted surfaces, other materials, anything like that. The other tip I would probably give you too, if you've got perforated leather, this might be a little bit different. I have got perforations on the steering wheel. So look, there is some companies that do basically a leather gel. It is a clear gel. It is made for perforated leather, so possibly look into getting something like that if you've got a lot of perforated leather in the car, or you are scared about getting excess product in basically any spots that you can't get out of. That would be my recommendation. But yeah, without getting too more into it, if I have missed something, I do apologize. It is obviously hard to hit every hair on the head. You will have questions. By all means, chuck them in the comments below. If and when I do have time, I do try and make time for everybody. I'll try and answer those questions too. But again, look, this is my process. Everybody's is different, so don't be scared to change products or do what you're comfortable with. This is simply just a quick tutorial on how I look after the leather, basically my way. So yeah, watch the rest, enjoy. Okay, I've done 2 seats, a steering wheel and a center console, as you guys have seen. I've obviously gone over that in fast view for you. So much easier for you guys, trust me. I still have a bit to do. I still have the dash, hood lining, A-pillars and door cards, so I won't subject you to that. You pretty much get the idea. That's my run through on how to look after your leather, and hope that helped a few people. I mean, it's very basic stuff, but look, not everybody knows, and that's the simple fact of these videos. It's good to have something up so people that aren't in the know or never had leather in their life have some indication on how to get it basically looked after and cared for, without asking someone to do it, paying someone to do it, a real DIY video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have any questions that I didn't cover, please put it in the comments. I do apologize if I miss you or I don't reply. It's nothing against you guys, but I will do my best. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it.